obscure stuff like Schindler's List, War Horse, and we're gonna have to edit this because I'm fucking up big time.
Fix it in post.
Fix it in post. We can put that in at the very end. Fix it in post. Okay, I was born in Guelph, Ontario. However, after moving around a bit, my family settled into Moncton, New Brunswick, and I grew up there. I chose the Toronto Film School because, being the age that I am, I had no interest in being in a 4-year course to be finished by the time I was 40 years old. With the Toronto Film School, being an accelerated course, I get to get my hands on, really, a lot of movie equipment that is currently used, plus work with industry people that are working right now in the film industry in Canada. I have to say that what sparked my love for film is my parents. When I was 4 years old, they took me, when we lived in Saskatoon, Saskatchewan, they took me to see Return of the Jedi in the summer of 1983. And there I was as an impressionable 4-year-old, and I saw Darth Vader and Luke Skywalker fighting on the big screen, and I absolutely just fell in love with the whole image that I saw. Ever since then, growing up, we were one of the first families on the block with a VCR. My mother also worked in a distribution warehouse which gave out movies across the provinces. Each week she would bring home different movies and just watch whatever she brought home, just learning about films. Then I started having my own collection. I used to have over 300 VHS tapes, currently have over 200 DVDs, and I'm starting to build my Blu-ray collection, which is about 50 Blu-rays as of right now. I have my education in marketing and advertising. I feel I can bring that towards working in the film industry, such as market research, knowing your audience. I also have past experiences as a team member and a team leader in different environments, and I feel I can bring those to the film industry to help any production I work on succeed. I fell in love with telling stories mainly. As a director, or producer, or anything, you're primarily responsible to create that story and tell it through a visual medium, and it brings a lot of people together to enjoy it. Each department is responsible to bring such a certain element to the story to either make or break the film. That's what I'm primarily interested in. That's what I want to do. That's what I want to be a part of. My favorite filmmaker would be Steven Spielberg. Ever since I saw E.T. and Raiders of the Lost Ark as a child, I just fell in love with the way he can tell a story. Like, he knows how to tell a story on film. He sets the camera up and working with his director of photography and just tells that story. And you don't worry about anything else when you're watching one of his films. And that's true from Jaws to Close Encounters all the way to his newest film, which was War Horse, which you just don't tell the production value of it because he just tells a great story. Jerry Seinfeld said once, and he best explains is, as a comedian, someone asked him what is his favorite joke, and his response was, it's like asking someone what their favorite breath is. My favorite breath is the one that gets me to the next one. So as someone who loves movies, I don't really have one favorite film. I myself will always love Return of the Jedi and the story that it told, just because it introduced me into the magical world of films. But you can put a list of 10, 20, 50 other films on there you could say are great films. Anything like the Godfather series, Shawshank Redemption, Clockwork Orange, Close Encounters of the Third Kind, to newer films like Super 8 or Inception or The King's Speech. These are all fantastic films that tell stories, each by a different director, but they still tell stories and are great films. So asking me what my favorite one is, it's just too hard to tell. Inspiration can be anything. I personally myself, I wrote a screenplay and a short story based just to deal with the emotional grief and stress I went through watching my friend's wife pass away. I spent a week in Cuba and just marveled at the beauty of the countryside and the friendliness of the people there, that it just inspired me to write something at that there. So basically, what inspires you can be anything. You just need to be receptive to what that is and to be able to work at it. During the next 14 months, I hope to be able to achieve several things at the Toronto Film School. One, what I would really like to come out with is, besides a great working knowledge of the film industry, is a demo reel that I can go through and just show my work, show what I'm able to do, what I'm capable of doing, to be able to start my career coming out of the film, just coming right out of the hop. To be able to get out there and really do what I am trained to do.